Hi, I'm Eric Auskerson, CEO of CPA.com, and I'm with Khalil Merhib, who leads client services, firm services for CPA.com, and we're here at Digital CPA, and we're just going to share with you one of the biggest initiatives that we're talking about, and that is taking client advisory services to the next level. We're actually calling that CAS 2.0. We're at a very, very important stage. I mean, we all know that over the past 20 months, we've been able to support our clients. The firm's been able to support their clients leveraging their client advisory services practice. But what has also happened is there's been a massive adoption curve acceleration, and there's more demands related to this service line than there ever have been. And what we're really trying to do is crack the code so firms can take this to the next level. And it's a Khalil, you described this really well. It's a multi-dimensional approach. So why don't you just share some of your thinking, some of the discussions you're having related to this?
Well, Eric, absolutely. I am thrilled to be here, and it's hard to believe that it's already been 10 years of digital CPA, and really the CAS, Client Advisory Services practice, was really put on the map with the first digital CPA, and being here with the energy of the firms and hearing about how they're thinking about their business model for CAS and the capabilities that the technologies that are available today are providing to them just really increases their ability to deliver value as a service. And so with that opportunity to elevate that service to their clients, there really needs to be an opportunity for firms to step back and take a look at how they're building this practice area. And so as we move towards cracking the code, as you put with CAS 2.0, it's really about looking at all the components that make any practice area of a firm successful. So it's strategy and governance, it's making sure that you have the right practice development strategy in place, it's thinking about the technology tools and how those tools are configured to support your service, and then of course how you're building scale and efficiency into that business model. So it really is exciting, and there's so many great resources we have coming down the pike here as we continue to help firms on this journey as well.
Yeah, well said. And we've put hundreds of firms through our workshop, our Client Advisory Services workshop. You know, some of the leading firms, tell new firms that are going into Client Advisory Services to go attend this workshop before you even start thinking about, what technology solutions you want to put in place or potentially the different verticals you want to focus on. So it's always good to understand the basics first. But it's more than just the basics, and we've understood that over the past many years. And what we know that we need to do is we need to, and we're using this take it to the next level, crack the code approach, is because we're aware that non-CPA firms are actually growing faster than CPA firms. So there are a few things that are holding them back. So Khalil, maybe just expand a little bit further on some of the strategy and governance elements that we're going to be putting into play.
Well, absolutely, and it's something I've heard you say before, which a lot of times a greatest strength can also be a weakness at times and present challenges. And so I think CPA firms, the strength has been the partnership model that has allowed them to be very focused in different practice areas as they've grown in their service offerings. But at the same time, at times that can be an impediment to the way that innovation is delivered through the firm function as well. And so I think this is about taking a step back, looking at what the firm's strategy is, making sure that's clearly defined, making sure leadership has alignment around their issues and opportunities, and then how does their governance structure support those opportunities? And then as you look from different stakeholder perspectives, making sure that things like compensation structure and that accountability for everyone in the firm to come together and really make sure that these efforts are successful.
And another area that's always top of mind here at Digital CPA is just the technology stack. So what's going on with the technology stack? And I think it's clear to be aware that it's continually evolving. I mean, we talk a lot about the pre-accounting inputs, post-accounting, business insights, the financial planning and analysis function. But then when you look at all these different components, Khalil, I know this is something you talk to firms about all the time, is how do you stitch it all together? How do you make it all work? Because you've got these point solutions that are in place for many of these different capabilities. So that's another area that we're saying, okay, we understand that. We understand that we need to do more there. So maybe a little bit more on what that focus is going to deliver.
Absolutely. So I think client advisory services from a technology perspective is absolutely built on a strong foundation of core solutions, your accounting packages, making sure things like accounts payable and expenses are managed efficiently. But then as you start getting more specialized and really looking to become a trusted advisor to clients, it's about extending that conversation into other solutions that are specific to those client verticals. So if you're working with a customer that's selling online, you need to help them understand the way that all of the systems can be connected from the point of sale all the way through the back end reporting process. And I don't think there's been a time we've seen the connectivity and the real digitization of those workflow processes that make up the operations and accounting functions within businesses. It's really exciting.
It is exciting. So what I would say is that this initiative is going to be one of the largest initiatives we've ever launched, because we've done well. The firms have done well, and with building out this service area, which is the highest growth service area in firms today. But what we want to do is to continue to build that success and realize the opportunity. The opportunity is huge. 5 years from now, it will be so pervasive. All businesses are going to be using outsourced, client accounting capabilities. All small businesses to run that part of their business, and the firms are going to be the leaders there, and we're going to help them continue to build success. And so, just kind of in conclusion here, we're putting together benchmarking studies of where we are today. It's always important to assess where you are today. So we've got this second iteration of our CAS benchmark survey. Let you comment on that. And we're also going to be putting out a lot of materials related to what Khalil talked about, these 4 different pillars, and we'll be putting out training and documents that the firms can leverage to help realize this opportunity. So maybe just a couple of closing comments on those resources.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have had our CAS roadmap workshop in place for 10 years now. We've had thousands of individuals go through that. And at the beginning, back when we first started DCPA, everyone was at about the same point in their journey. So it was very easy to help people understand and firms understand where they needed to go. But now firms are starting to come in that haven't offered CAS. Others are further along in their CAS journey. And so what we're really trying to do is curate an experience that helps guide firms through that growth and evolution of their practice. So we've got some new exciting workshops around how to deliver client assessments. You have the FP&A function coming in as part of the CAS service. We're teaching firms and helping educate about how to productize that offering. And as you mentioned now with the CAS benchmark survey, we have real clarity about what are the attributes of high-performing firms. So we're able to talk to firms and let them assess where they are and how to get to where they want to be.
So you'll be able to access these materials in the link area on this LinkedIn Live section. You can go to cpa.com and easily navigate to these resources as well. So thanks, Khalil. Great being with you today, and thanks for tuning in.